I recently opened up an old box of Super 8 films and videos from my childhood. I decided it would be worthwhile to assemble them into a short, autobiographical account of my life spanning from 1990 to 1996. During that time in my life, I spent most of my time building spacecraft out of shampoo bottles and cardboard, then shooting them with my Super 8 camera. I spent countless hours building bizarre spacecraft and planetscapes with starry backdrops in my basement, dreaming of fantastic stories and dramas set within the cosmos. You might be asking why, and I've often wondered that myself. So the goal of this video is to look at what we did and decipher the meaning. But first, I didn't work alone. This is my brother Aaron, painter, illustrator, and all-around artist.
This is going to be transformed.
We were inspired by the films we saw as kids. Flash Gordon, 2001, Star Wars, Star Trek, Star anything. But not only. The space shuttles were regularly launching, and the Hubble Space Telescope was just giving us our first views of a universe that no one had ever seen before. Looking back at what we did 25 years ago still resonates today. We were explorers, experimenters, and movie makers.
Help me pick this up.
We wanted to do all the things that were part of the bigger picture. Our human existence on Earth is marked by the desire to build and branch out, to push your limits and develop new ideas. And this video is a nod to those early days and the things we explored, because these experiences shaped who we are today. We sought out how to make Hollywood sci-fi special effects, but in our own way. Most of the money I earned delivering pizza was spent on making the next model. Every model had an impetus, an idea in the chain of space exploration. This was something that we cared so much about, and were willing to do whatever it took. We took every tangible idea, shampoo bottles as fuel tanks, plastic Easter eggs turned into moon domiciles, knitting grids for radio telescopes, and tinfoil painted gold as subspace insulation. We made it up as we went, each time building bigger and bigger. I was the one who went first into complete self-obsession. I had to be the one operating the camera and the model and the lights. A friend of mine bet that we'd never make a full-size spacesuit. He lost the bet, so we had to shave his head. But I almost suffocated in the process. Many of our friends thought we were crazy and obsessed, and that we should head to college first, crack down, then play. But there was an emotional core to the ideas that we had, and we needed to take it as far as we could to reach the peak level of the experience. The idea that came out of the world in the 70s, 80s, 90s was that we are going to leave our planet and explore the solar system, and ultimately the universe. These ideas are mind-boggling and are represented in the various films we watched as kids. To some, these ideas are too big to contemplate. To us, it was worth all the time to gain even the slightest perspective on what it would be like to travel to the moon, Mars, or other worlds. Perhaps it was the answer to not being a student of the sciences, but being a student of the emotions that go along with the delicate situation of being a human teetering on leaving the planet and branching out into the universe. The emotions that clearly were had by such people as David Bowman, Buzz Aldrin, Eleanor Arroway, Sally Ride, Chuck Yeager, and James T. Kirk. To sum it up, I believe we had the same drive as a rocket scientist. We just had a different tool set. In the end, our exploring came to an end when new challenges arose. There was a missing aspect to our mission. With the countless hours of building our basement empire, we had forgotten one valuable tool that often comes first: a story.